Big win for us. First time in 2 years that we've kind of won one that we were an underdog in, especially on the road. Really proud of our, obviously, sustained effort over 4 quarters, being able to be resilient when they made a run there at the end of the third and beginning of the fourth.
What did you tell them during that timeout after Tennessee had rallied to take the lead early in the fourth?
Just that we needed to go back to rebounding it. I felt like Westbrook had gotten really, really aggressive. Let's make her try to pass it a little bit. Don't let her try to get into the interior of our zone. And then we had a little lull in rebounding. So trying to stay after it, just trying to keep them positive and still keep playing fast. I thought our playing fast in the first half had gotten to their legs, and we need to take advantage of it by keeping doing that. That's why we didn't take the timeout with 10 seconds left. Malika Monk going in transition, the length of the floor is a lot harder to guard than if you throw it in on the side. And we had a little better flow. So just talked to them, tried to calm them down. We do a lot of game reset in the timeouts. We got a timeout left, we got a foul to give. There's not usually a lot of strategy because we've done all that in practice.
Mike, I think they had a couple of at least one foul to give Tennessee. Did you expect them to foul in that situation?
I'm afraid if we would have called the timeout, they would have. I don't know. It's really hard to communicate that sometimes, and especially when you're sitting there in a Venus shooting the free throw, and you don't want to upset them by start talking about what to do on defense. You want her to focus on making the shot. So we wanted to go fast. We were going to call a timeout if we didn't like what we got. But I saw Mal going at the basket, and that's about as good a shot we could have got. I think they would have fouled us had we called the timeout and advanced it, and that's always risky. So,
Coach, how do you try to capitalize over Tennessee's fourth straight loss? I mean, do you felt the game being nervous? How to capitalize on it?
Sure, we talked about it. We knew it was going to be there, but for it to have any effect, we had to play well. If we would have come out slowly and given them a lot of confidence, that would have gone away in a hurry. But I think the way that we played in the first half, it had to have been creeping in the back of your mind. If anybody's ever been an athlete, no matter how hard you try, that you can't. So it was a challenge thinking about it ahead of time. After I saw the loss at Alabama, I thought, oh, great, we're going to get them on a four-game losing streak. But we tried to spin it into a positive with our kids, and to their credit, they took it the right way and played really well to start.
Mike, in looking at film of Tennessee, do you see differences in them now maybe from earlier games, and is the streak wearing on them, do you think?
I don't watch as much film anymore. Y'all could talk to Coach Todd Schaefer. He watches film like a madman. He could probably tell you that. I can tell you this. They have so many weapons. And when you have a lot of weapons, it's really hard to know who's going to be taking shots and who's going to be the focal point. So we tried to keep them guessing on who we were going to be guarding and who we weren't. That's a hard thing to have. They'll figure it out. There's no doubt in my mind this will be a team that's, going to get it figured out sooner than later.
Mike, the three-point shooting. I mean, you guys do that a lot, but boy, you were really hitting it. You were really hitting them tonight.
Yeah, we hit some key ones. I thought they were timely. 12 for 32, that's 38%. If we can win a lot of games around that number. It's what they were giving us. I'm telling you, we've got a 17 or an 18 make night in us, though. We do. We haven't shot it like we do in practice sometimes. This group can really, really get heated up, and we haven't had a night when all three of them were clicking on the same cylinders from the arc, but we're getting there, and we're continuing to draw fouls. How many shots is that? Is that 92 shots I think we took tonight and only turned it over 8 times? That offsets the rebounding. We're not a great rebounding team, so by not turning it over, we're able to get more shots.
You saw forcing turnovers as a key to the game, like forcing Tennessee?
Not for us. We don't ever talk about trying to steal it. If they want to throw it to us, we'll take it, but we're not going to actively try to steal it. We did try to. When they threw it to their post players, we did try to jump in passing lanes. First of all, you're not going to take it from Virginia Westbrook. You're not going to take it from Mimi Jackson. You're not going to take it from Renai Davis. But when their post players caught it, we did try to double team and try to create some turnovers there, because then we can turn those into transition. But we don't talk about forcing turnovers as a defense.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, y'all.